I have learned a lot in the last like 6 hours about how much of a nightmare components are. So I thought I'd do a quick follow-up to my previous video that I guess should be called something like "Don't do what Danny don't does." Do. So I put together a component order because I want to build all of these things. Like they're sat here. I've just got them kind of stacked up on this desk. I don't have the bits that I need to make them, so I thought I'll just put an order together and yeah, because otherwise, what's the point having them? So I went. So I placed an order. So the first thing I did, I went on thonk.co.uk because they sell the alpha potentiometers that I've used before. So and I know they're good. They sell the Thonkicon like mini jack, little sockets, and they sell the little tiny switches, and they also sell. What else have I used from them? Oh, and I needed some patch cables because I don't own any patch cables. Oh, like mini jack patch cables, that is. So I went on there. I ordered those. So first thing, lesson number one. I'm not sure how you can avoid this, but potentiometers really expensive. Like by far, like this thing that has what 4 potentiometers on it. Like the potentiometers that are going on here cost far and away more than the board itself costs. So that's the first thing that I've learned. So I guess the lesson, if we can take a lesson from that, is don't forget to factor the cost of potentiometers in to your budget for this month. Oh well. So I sorted that, and then I thought, right, I've got a load of resistors and capacitors and stuff like that I need to get of values that either I don't have or I do have lying loose in the bottom of some little storage container. Like I have a load of these type things. You can actually see some in shot on that shelf over there. That's my elegant storage solution. We'll just ignore the fact that it needs sorting out. So I went on. Oh God, what's the site called? Farnell website. Because I don't know. I recognise the name of it. I've never ordered from it before. But they just sell like generic components. And this is the bit where I had my real lesson came here. So first thing, I had to go through my designs and come up with a bill of materials so I knew what components I needed, and I just did it manually. I literally got, I had these and I was kind of looking through, counting up what was on each one, and made a spreadsheet. Turns out that Eagle will do a bill of materials for you. They'll just automatically generate one, assuming you've used the correct components. So like what I've done on here, like I know from the last thing that I made that if whatever I've used here for this resistor component is the right size to put a resistor on, and I just kind of figured, screw it, if it fits, that's fine. But what it means is the bill of materials is like it won't generate it because it doesn't actually have the right components on here. So I'm now going to have to go back through all of these designs and make sure that I've swap out components where I need to, so that it'll do that. The second thing that I learned is like how precise you have to be with what component you're ordering, because I've not really tried to do anything proper with this stuff. It's just me messing around in the workshop. So for me, buying capacitors is just go on eBay, find a thing that says selection of capacitors and order it, because it's really cheap. And I just figure, I'm experimenting, I don't know what I need, I just need a selection of stuff, and that's worked fine. And then all of a sudden I need to know what voltage my capacitors rated at, because on this website they sell everything, like whatever you want, and there's, I don't know how many, it seemed like a million different voltages that they did. So then I had to start researching really basic stuff about components, and then realised I wasn't even sure what size I needed, because some of them were like identical apart from just a millimeter bigger or smaller. I mean, again, I've not actually had a proper think about this. I've just rushed here to do this video to tell you about it. Like, I figure I'll make it work no matter what. But time will tell. So there's the next lesson, and the next thing for you to not do, like, don't make my mistake, is don't assume that all components are equal and that you can just kind of fudge it. You're going to need to know exactly what you're using. So yeah, I've put a big order of components in, and in the end I just thought, I kind of wondered about stocking up with some extras, and I thought, no, I'm not even sure if this is the right stuff, so I've gone for just the exact number that I need plus one or two spares just in case something goes wrong, and I'll see if it works. Yeah, I guess, could be a waste of money, and I won't know until it all turns up. So in conclusion, make sure you know what your components are, what the differences are between them, whether you can kind of substitute one for another, and yeah, be prepared to spend all of your money on potentiometers. Oh, and then the last thing, speaking of potentiometers, I've realised that on this board I've put this potentiometer here is a different alignment to all of these, so that means the knob is going to be oriented in a different direction. So like these ones, it'll be, like as you'd expect, kind of 0 will be like down here somewhere, and then it'll turn round. Whereas this one will turn, like, it'll start pointing that way, and then we'll turn like that. So it's just going to be different. So it's not right. So basically, these are all right. These are all right for me, just for my purposes, but because I can live with that. But if I want to make these available for people to buy, that's probably not okay. So I need to redo this one. Oh, and I need to redo it anyway because I forgot to put the value of that capacitor on. So it's just it's not going to focus, is it? Of course, it's not going to focus. It just says C3 next to it, which is the name of the capacitor in Eagle, well, whatever. And I thought I spent quite a lot of time thinking through these designs, making sure everything was right. And now it's only when they turn up that you notice this kind of stuff. So yeah, so there's your third lesson, a freebie. Just make sure you check your designs for rookie errors, and yeah, don't make my mistakes. But I'm happy to keep making these videos and just telling you what stupid mistakes I keep making, in the hopes that it means that you don't make the same mistake. And yeah, as soon as all the stuff turns up, I'll put some of these together and I will show you some of that, and we'll hopefully get to hear some kind of noise coming from them. So yeah, see you then.